something that I want to talk to you about. I've actually been looking forward to talking to you about for more than a year now. Um, you did your last special, the Drop Dead Years, right?
Hmm.
So we always keep up with you, bro. We just do because that's what we
Oh,
do.
that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, and you know that. But that particular one, um, your prophetic nature has fucked me pretty good, and I think that we're probably going to have a little talk in person. I'm not sure, but so in your bit, you said 62, right?
Hmm.
And something comes along, and then you get put in check, and then you got to deal with them then on 63 level, and then thinking, "Rah," right? This
Yeah.
roughly paraphrasing. Yes.
Right.
Okay. So, motherfucker, um, what's about a couple days from now? We're on the 6th. So 2 days from now will be 1 year. You see this right here?
Uh-huh.
So throat cancer, right? 62 years old last year in May. So they go in there, they cut that
Oh,
open, took out all my lymph nodes out of here. They go in this way with this thing called a TORS surgery, with its transrobotic laser surgery. And they go inside there and cut a bunch of stuff out of the back of my head, right? They found it early. We got all of it. I'm good now. But it took a year. Yeah.
wow.
So I'm watching that.
I
I'm
had
going, that
no idea
motherfucker.
you went through that,
I,
man.
right.
Wow.
So that's why we're sharing it now. I didn't share it until this week. I talked to Dean a couple days ago, and Dean was
Uh-huh.
the first one that I told in public. Okay.
Holy
So I'm
shit.
telling people now, and you kind of, and then when it happened, I'm like, that motherfucker, what? How can he be so correct about shit? He talking straight to me this time. I'm pissed, right? So I'm blaming half of it on you. But the deal is kind of one of the reasons that I'm coming back. We talked in the very beginning of our conversation, Jay, I'm slowing down. I think I might retire after a while. I'm going to stare at the backyard and all that cool shit, right? I like that. And I did that for a while. I did that through my 40s and 50s, figured out
Hmm.
that and and now this thing put me in check more than anything ever has. It's the closest I've ever come to not breathing. And so now the most alive that I can feel, just as you do with your kids or on the stage or playing drums or whatever it is, when I feel the most alive is when I'm playing really loud and screaming and sweating and exchanging with the people, right? So I'm going back out. I manifested this. I went and talked to Blackberry guys. I talked to Charlie. I turned you on to them a few months ago. Like
Yeah,
they're
they're
my new
great.
favorite band, right? Yeah. And I asked Charlie, man, how about you let Chop House Band come and open some shows for you on your 25th anniversary tour? And he said, sure, Jay. And so here we are. But I have to do it so I can prove to myself that I can, but also to correct this shit
Yeah.
because I need to feel super alive because I felt pretty close to dead, right? And I
Yeah.
want to get back these joys that were removed from me by that fucking thing. It took away my taste buds. It took away my, this is all still numb. It's fucking crazy, dude. And so now I appreciate every fucking minute. And I know we both know tomorrow's not guaranteed to nobody, but this is kind of a different kind of awareness now. Different kind of reflection took place this last year and, really put in check like never before. So I'm back to my touring weight. I lost a bunch, of course, as we went along, but I'm back to my touring weight. I'm back to my thing. I got a bunch of new songs. I got the killer
Oh,
band
that's
trying
great.
to feel as alive as possible, So that's where I'm at
The
with that. So
closest
thanks a
I've
lot for
come,
that.
yeah, dude, that's great. Thank God, by the way. The closest I've come to that is I was doing this thing. I was fasting for 3 days a month. And I would always remember on the third day, I would just be thinking, like, how cool it was that somebody invented a breakfast burrito. I would just be thinking, like, I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm going to have a breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee. And what the fuck else do you need? It's amazing. Like
Oh
little
my
things.
God.
I didn't
Hmm.
have to. I mean, I can't. That's just from choosing not to eat for a couple, 2, 3 days. I can't imagine
Right.
going through a near-death experience. How much you're like, God damn it, this Coca-Cola is fantastic.
Yeah, and they have to every commercial that came on, even if it was something I wouldn't eat, if it was like Arby's or something, I'd still have to turn it off because I was like, wanted it
Yeah.
so bad. I was all liquid diet and all these. Got very creative with my protein shakes. I still do, but now my taste buds are coming back a little bit, and so I'm able to taste some things. I can taste complex things easier, wasn't as damaged, but my simple tastes are still pretty screwed up. So when you look at something and your brain tells you that is going to taste like that, It doesn't, Bill.
So has that changed what you eat?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, and also I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking weed. I had to do all that. I never would have. I never ever fucking would have, bro. Ever. No way.